I was scrolling on my TikTok and I found this video on my For You page.
I'm begging y'all to just upload makeup tutorials. I do not care about your personal life. I do not care about new product launches. I don't care about swatches. I don't care about brand trips. I just need you to teach me how to do makeup better. Tips, tricks, techniques, hacks on how to make my makeup look better.
Oh, I got you, sis. Hey guys, it's me, Lucas, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know it's been a minute since I posted a video. I'm sorry. In this video today, we'll be doing my everyday makeup routine. I'm not going to talk about anything personal. We're just going to dive into the makeup, a makeup tutorial. My main focus of this whole video is makeup. So, excited for this week's video. Continue watching this week's video. Basically, what you do with spot concealing is you just place a bunch of concealer all over your face where you have pimples and stuff that you want to cover. You need a little bit more coverage than usual on your face. I'm just going to go in with this little flathead like paintbrush. Basically, I'm just going to go all over my face and connect all the pimples. And the tip is you have to let that completely dry on your face before you put another inch of makeup on. For concealer today, I will be using the e.l.f. Cosmetics Hydrating Camo Concealer. This is my favorite concealer. I do like the one in the black too, but it's more drying underneath my under eyes too. If you like that, that's up to you. I like the hydrating one better because it doesn't crease as much as the original one does, so it's up to preference what you like. But I got the shade Fair, Warm, and Light Neutral. I have two shades because I like to mix them now on in my makeup routine too. Literally just taking the brush on the thing, the whole brush into product. Basically, what I'm going to do is any pimples or redness, I'm just going to put all on my face to spot conceal. And right here, for some reason, go into the worst breakout ever. So I'm going to put a little extra on it, and then we're going to go retouch up some areas too that we missed. I'm going to let this concealer sit and dry on my face for the next 5-ish minutes so it's fully dry, so I know that it's good for next layer of products. This dries though, we're going to be starting with my eyebrows. To use the Coty Stay Defined Matte Brow Pencil. This is in the shade Dark Brown, I believe. What's it called? Mahogany Brown. This is in the shade Mahogany Brown. I think that eyebrows really do make a statement in your look, and I feel like the people that skip eyebrows usually makeup looks if they have no time. You have to have perfect brows because I really don't have perfect brows. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to start on this brow. I'm going to focus this pencil on the bottom of my brow. I'm going to move upward. I'm going to move downwards. I'm following my natural brow shape that I naturally have, like that natural arch. I'm going to follow that. And I'm going to lightly, with a light hand, just go back and forth to add some color into my brows. I'm just going to go back and forth. And then when you get to the front of the brow, you want to flick the brow pencil like this. I don't know how to demonstrate it, but like this. You want to flick it up to get the eyebrow hairs. Kind of like that. And you take the little spoolie and brush them. And that's how you basically get out a uncarved brow. I'm going to do the other brow off camera real quick, and then we're going to go back to carving out the brows. Right now, I'm going to take the lighter concealer I did not use on my face, and I'm going to load it back up on this brush I used to go spot conceal the rest of my face. This is a lighter concealer. I like to use a light concealer to carve out my brows. It gives me more of a guidance of what I'm doing. You don't have to carve out your brows if you like that messy brow shape, but it's, again, I'm teaching you guys what I know. I've been doing my own makeup for years. I'm not a pro. I'm not an amateur. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start on the bottom of my brow, make a little line down there, go back up, and follow that brow shape on the bottom to really shape it. And then I'm going to like drag the concealer down to my eyelid a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the flat side of the brush, and I'm going to press any excess product in to my brow. And that's basically how I carve out my brows. And I just take the excess and put it on my lid too. And that's basically how you carve out your brow. Next thing I will say too, if you just need to blend it in with a brush or something so you don't have to get creases on your eyes. I hate that when that happens. So just blend it out with a big brush all over your eye. That's basically how you get out one carved brow. I do the top, but my concealer is still drying, so I'm going to do the top later on. But I'm going to do this brow off camera, and then we're going to come back to the face products. Before you put an inch of makeup on your face, you need to know about skin prep. So what I'm going to first go in is I'm going with the e.l.f. Skin Sun Touchable Sunscreen. It primes, hydrates, and illuminates, and makes all my skin look really good. I don't like to use much of it because it is sunscreen. And I don't know about you guys, but it's just very sad weather what I'm wearing right now. So blending it all into my skin, making sure I get nowhere else all over the skin. And don't forget your forehead as well. Next I want to go into is the e.l.f. Skin Hydration Moisturizer. This is my favorite product of all. I love this moisturizer so much. I like to apply a lot of this because it really does a good job of moisturizing your skin and protecting the skin barrier. I think it does an amazing job as a skin moisturizer. This is probably the best skin product ever. And let's blend this in. And the last and final step I'm going to do for my skin prep for this makeup tutorial is the e.l.f. Thirst Burst Drops. Now this is a product that Shelby Ann used, and I was very influenced on TikTok and I bought it. Ever since I bought it, my makeup has looked significantly better before I put on my makeup. This product works, I promise you. e.l.f. Skin is a little bit pricey too, but I think it's a great investment if you want a step up of your makeup game. This product makes my makeup look way better. It adds a bunch of glow to the skin, it adds back hydration, and it adds back this crazy glow. I don't know. Plus with this and the sunscreen, my skin looks like glass. You see this right now? I don't want to put any makeup on. I could just do this and leave the house too. This is a quick and easy no makeup too if you want no makeup, but the skin looks like amazing too. I love this product too. For foundation today, we'll be using the MCO Beauty Flawless Filter Glow dupe thing. I really like this product because I haven't been wearing foundation at all, and I've been liking more of a skin tint that my concealer is still full coverage enough. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Makeup by Mario F4 brush, the big side, and I'm going to blend this into my skin. But what I'm not going to do is I'm going to avoid my under eye area as best I can, because that's when I notice that's been what the most crazy part about like my whole face is really. So I'm going to avoid my under eye area, so we could do that later on. We could do the bronzer, blush, all that stuff. The next step in this makeup routine is going to be cream bronzer, and I'm trying a new one today. This is the Mother Fluffers from e.l.f. It's like their putty bronzer, I guess it is. I never tried this before. The reason why it has a finger imprint is because I touched it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the smaller end of this brush, dip it into the pod, right? And I'm not directly going to put this on my face. No. What I'm going to do is after I take the product out of this little container right here, put it on the back of my hand, take it on the back of my hand. You see how much product that's on there? That's how much you're going to put on your face. You don't need that much, babes. So I'm making sure all this product is evenly distributed on my hand so we can take little increments at a time and bronze our face. So when I'm going to bronze my face, I'm going to start right here and move back and forth into this area right here, then move to my forehead area and start lightly tapping my forehead area, move back to the cheekbone a little bit, start bronzing that too. Then you'll see the bronze that you want right here. You see the difference already? I love bronzer. I like the formula of this too. Again, dip back in to the same bronzer. If you need to go back to your arm, it's okay. Dip in this bronzer into my arm, make sure all the excess product is off of it. Just dip it back into my arm again, and then go back right here. Go into my nose, start rolling it upward like that. Just like this. And I know right now it looks really crazy, but when we put concealer and the cream blush on. The next step I'm going to go into is concealing and how I'm going to place my concealer on right now. Because I like to go with my darkened concealer first, just to go above the nose, and the eye right here. This is like I just bought a brand new bottle of this, so like that, and then brace it down, and then my forehead, and then chin, and then under the mouth. Then what I like to do with the light concealer, I like to go where it highlighted the other points, like and then right here. And then I know this looks like super crazy right now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give myself a little sprint of a peptide like toning spray to make sure everything blends up. And then I'm not going to use a sponge, I'm going to use a brush. That's the number one tip I could give you. Don't use a sponge, use a brush. I'm going to use a brush, and I'm going to start blending this in. Now what I like to do is I like to go with my powders. Now, for loose setting powders, I'm going to go in with the Huda Beauty Cherry Blossom setting powder. This is my favorite setting powder ever. I love it so much that I cut a hole inside of it so I could get all the powder It smells so good too. I love this powder. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my powder, my beauty sponge, right? Dip it in. So it's done on the brush. Dip into the back of your hand. And then we're going to start the under eyes. Just tap that in. And it fully sets your under eyes in place first. Because that's the first thing to go when your makeup starts creasing is your under eyes. So I like to go in immediately with powder under my under eyes. Then what else I like to do is I'll take a big fluffy brush, dip into my powder, and just set the rest of my face in place with this powder. I think this powder is great for all over powder. It really does set the face in place and make sure the makeup is locked into. That's what you need. It's a good setting powder. You need a great setting powder. And yes, Huda is not all by means cheap, but it gets the job done, so that's all I'm going to go. I'm just dipping into my little bit of my powder bronzer now. This is the one size one, and I'm using the lightest shade they have as my bronzer because you do not need to be looking orange. So I'm just lightly doing circular motions around my face like we did with the powder, but just bronzer, focusing on the same areas we did the cream version, just the powder version, just to set it in. I love this bronzer. I think it's amazing too for this face. And then we're going to do something and throw something on the eye a little bit quick, so I'm going to teach you guys that too. Take it from me and take it from someone that used to have a sane amount of blush blindness. You do not need a lot of powder blush. This shit's pigmented. Unless you get those clean versions of makeup and shit like that. You don't like makeup, but I'm packing my brush on, right? Okay, so what I'm going to do is packing the brush on. Make sure there's no fucking product on the brush. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap that into my skin. I'm not going to drag it. I'm not going to do nothing. I'm tapping it into my skin because we want a color of blush. You don't want a whole line or streak of blush. Just tapping it into the skin. Doing the same side now. Just tapping into the skin instead of dragging. I'm doing it like the way I would do my cream blush, but it's more snatched now because we have blush on our face. Well, this is the finished makeup look. I just want to jump through real quick how I did the lips. I just used this Out lip liner in chocolate brown by Revlon Beauty, and then for lips I did the New Glam lipstick in Tay 2.0. I think this is perfect. Applied it with a really pink gloss, and then I add a little bit of highlighter because I feel like it needed something else. But this is the finished makeup look, all complete, easy, quick, flawless, checks every box. I taught you everything I know. And so if you guys like today's video, please give it a like down below, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell notification, and notifies you every single time I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching this video. I can't wait for all the new content I'm dropping for this April, my prom season 2, so keep a lookout for that. And I'll see you guys in next week's YouTube video. Bye guys.